with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 in HD.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover in for Cameron Taylor. We begin with the most important information, several closings and delays for your Monday. In Tennessee, Bradley, McMinn, and Polk County schools are closed tomorrow. Meigs County schools are closed as well. Cleveland City schools will be running on a 2-hour delay. In North Carolina, Cherokee County schools are closed. To Georgia, Chickamauga City schools and Dalton Public Schools are running 2 hours late, and Whitfield County schools are closed. Get up to the minute closings and delays running there at the bottom of your screen, or find them on our website, WRCBTV.com. Look for them also in our weather app. Icy roads were to blame for multiple crashes throughout the Channel 3 viewing area all weekend long. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tanisha Cordell shows us some of those roads where ice and snow remain.
The roads are clearing up, but patches of ice like this still remain, posing a threat to drivers. There's only one way to describe Bradley County roads after about an inch of snow and bone-chilling temperatures.
Slick and icy all up and down through here.
Neighbors along Peach Orchard Hill Road say it's just one of several roads that froze over, causing problems for everyone.
Yesterday morning they had a house fire up on the corner and they was having trouble getting the fire engines and stuff up, and they had to get a wrecker out, pull it out of the road, and it's pretty slick.
The road winds up a steep hill, forcing drivers to play it safe year-round. More ice didn't make it any easier.
This curve up here is real slick, and they have a lot of wrecks on it and everything. So it's a pretty dangerous road.
One of many reasons the roads throughout the county were vacant majority of the time.
There wasn't a whole lot of people traveling yesterday. It's pretty well take it easy, stay safe, stay off the roads.
Despite less traffic, dispatch says 40 crashes were reported due to the icy conditions. Though the wintry mix is starting to melt, authorities say secondary streets remain dangerous. While many were excited about the first snowfall of the year, some weren't so amused.
It's pretty and all, but I'm ready for it to be over with. I'm ready for summertime.
Authorities say dry roads can be deceiving, so if you have to head out, just take precaution. In Bradley County, Tanisha Cordell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And the weather was responsible for other problems too. A sprinkler pipe froze at Howard High School today and burst. That spilled water inside the 9th grade academy building. Crews are on the scene working to repair the pipe and get the water cleaned up. A number of classrooms and restrooms have been affected. Hamilton County Schools communication coordinator says, though, this will not disrupt classes scheduled for tomorrow. Did you win the lottery? Well, if you did, $50,000 could be yours. A winning Powerball ticket was sold in Hickson. The winning numbers were 3, 12, 24, 37, 63, and the Powerball was 10. The player won by matching 4 out of 5 of the white numbers you see there that were drawn, plus the red Powerball number. No one won the Powerball jackpot. That's now at $106 million. With 2 new eggs spotted in the nest, the bald eagle family at Berry College could soon grow. Here's a look at the live stream from the Berry College Eagle Cam. Trying to draw that up right now. There we go. The first egg was laid on Friday evening, second yesterday. Rewind live video when you go to that site to see the moment if you missed it. Live Eagle cams at the college have become a worldwide draw in recent years as they give online viewers a chance to monitor the nests close up without disturbing the majestic birds. To politics, there are calls today from fellow Republicans for President-elect Donald Trump to act on U.S. intelligence said to prove that Russia hacked emails and tried to influence the U.S. election. Trump was briefed by intelligence leaders Friday, but tweets this weekend show his continued support for U.S.-Russia relations. Some of Mr. Trump's cabinet nominees also get hearings on Capitol Hill this week. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has this story.
With less than 2 weeks to go before he becomes president, Donald Trump and his team are still pushing back against an intelligence report that Russia meddled in the U.S. election, instead blaming the Democratic National Committee.
We're talking about this because we had embarrassing leaks from the DNC emails. There were no fireworks in that report because there was no firewall at the DNC.
Trump was briefed by intelligence leaders on the hacking evidence Friday. Saturday, he tweeted that having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, and only stupid people or fools would think that is bad. Fellow Republicans are calling on the president-elect to show leadership and make Russia pay.
If after having been briefed by our intelligence leaders, Donald Trump is still unsure as to what the Russians did, that would be incredibly unnerving to me because the evidence is overwhelming.
President Obama and Trump disagree about what to do with Russia, but Mr. Obama says the two have had cordial talks during this transition.
As soon as you walk into this office after you've been sworn in, you're now in charge of the largest organization on earth. You can't manage it the way you would manage a family business.
The president-elect's cabinet choices begin Senate confirmation hearings this week. Some of his most controversial picks are up first: Jeff Sessions for Attorney General, Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State, and Mike Pompeo for CIA Director. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, it's party time in Tinseltown tonight. The 74th Annual Golden Globe Awards will honor the year's best in TV and movies. We'll bring you a preview.
And we have one more cold night and one more cold day before things start to warm up for this upcoming week. We have some rain chances returning too. I'll have your 7-day forecast after the break.
With coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 in HD.
All right, here's our live downtown Holiday Inn camera giving you a nice view of the city. We do have some clouds up in the sky, kind of just mid and high level cirrus clouds, giving a little blanket of cloud cover over the city, and they'll stick with us tonight. That'll keep temperatures from not getting terribly cold, but it's still going to be pretty cold out there. And a lot of teens for lows late tonight. We'll start, though, with a beautiful picture from our good friend Wade Abercrombie. A lot of ice, sheets of ice on the side of Mowbray Mountain. This is on Montlake Road going up the mountain. Just a beautiful shot there. And a lot of high elevation spots. There are still a lot of icy areas on the roads, particularly in the high elevations. It's going to be another cold night tonight, but we'll be warming up this week, and we'll have some rain chances returning as well. You'll eventually need to get your umbrellas back out and dust them off. 26 in Nashville right now, 22 degrees in Knoxville. Down in Atlanta, it's 30 degrees, and right here in the city of Chattanooga, it's 29, 23 up in Altamont, 25 Cleveland. It's cold all around, 21 in Athens. Northeasterly winds in the city at around 7 miles an hour, so there's a little bit of a wind chill out there still. But overall, just bundle up and layer up if you're heading out for tonight. It's going to be another cold one, but nothing on the radar right now. It's quiet with high pressure rebuilding throughout the entire weekend across the Tennessee Valley and across much of the south and down to the Gulf Coast. Our weather is just staying really, really quiet. All of the interesting weather is way out in the western United States. A lot of rain across the northern half or so of California. Snow showers for interior parts of the northwest and through the Cascade Mountains. So that's where all the real weather is happening. So for us, it's going to be quiet for at least a few more days before we start to see some rain. So we'll stay with partly cloudy skies tonight. Winds will become southerly tomorrow, and with plenty of sunshine, we'll get temperatures at least warmed well above freezing. It'll still be below normal, even for January day, but it's not going to be as cold tomorrow as it has been this weekend. More and more cloud cover coming in Monday night into Tuesday, but most of the rain will hold off during the day Tuesday, and it'll probably arrive Tuesday night and continue through the day on Wednesday. 31 was the high after a low of 14, so we didn't even make it to the freezing mark here in the city. No rain or snow or any kind of precipitation at all. It was just a bone dry day out there. 30 was the high for Trenton and Lafayette, Georgia, 33 out in Scottsboro. Fort Mountain only hit 19 today. Our skywatcher Floyd says there is still snow on the ground and a lot of icy roads up there, so you have to be careful. 32 for Dunlap and Soddy Daisy, 28 Ottawa and Ringgold today, Riceville 27, and a little snow on the ground still up there too. 29 Spring City and 10 Mile, and Turtletown only reached 25. Tomorrow's temperatures will be much, much warmer. It will be several degrees warmer tomorrow afternoon, but not after a cold night. Partly cloudy skies, low of 18 here in the city, but at least the winds will be getting lighter and lighter through the night. 41 for the high tomorrow. That's an improvement. Mostly sunny. Southeast breezes up to 15 miles an hour. And then more clouds coming back tomorrow night with a low of 29. That's more like it. At least we're getting closer to freezing on the lows as we head towards tomorrow night. Maybe a late day shower on Tuesday, but not much rain on Monday rather. We'll have dry weather, high of 41. Maybe a shower by late day Tuesday, but most of the rain will be Tuesday night and Wednesday. And then we get warm up into the 50s and then 60s later in the week. I wouldn't be surprised on Friday that we might even get close to 70, if you can believe that.
So if you have any time to take off, go ahead and call in, right?
Go ahead, and those will be the days to do it, because once the rain is gone after Wednesday, it'll probably be a few more days before anything comes back, and it'll be nice and mild.
And we can wash all the salt and brine off the cars. Thanks,
Call in
Nick.
well.
That's it. Making plans.
Yeah.
The 74th Annual Golden Globe Awards being handed out tonight right here on NBC. Those awards honor the best of both film and television from the past year, and it's widely viewed as a predictor for the upcoming Oscars race. Gina Kim has been busy watching all the nominated movies and shows in preparation for tonight.
A musical about a struggling actress and musician finding love in Los Angeles is one of the heavy favorites going into tonight's Golden Globe Awards show, with 7 nominations, including Best Musical or Comedy.
When a movie musical is done well, it has so much that's appealing to awards voters.
What you looking at me like that for?
Best Drama is likely a close race between the coming-of-age story Moonlight and a dark tale of grief, Manchester by the Sea.
Maybe they'll give it to Moonlight because it is such a different kind of film, such a unique film, and it did get one more nomination than Manchester by the Sea, but it is tight.
You're in the great game now.
Emmy winner Game of Thrones is after its first Golden Globe as Best TV Drama. Its rivals include NBC's rookie hit, This Is Us.
It is impressive that This Is Us got nominated in its first season, but there are 3 other first season shows up against it. Westworld from HBO and Stranger Things and The Crown from Netflix.
And it wouldn't be the Golden Globes without Meryl Streep. She has her record 30th nomination tonight for Florence Foster Jenkins, and she's also being honored with the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award. The Golden Globes is known for its anything goes atmosphere.
Can we stop all the talking?
So expect the unexpected.
It really is like a wedding reception with cameras.
Something tonight's host, Jimmy Fallon, is ready for. Gina Kim, NBC News, Beverly Hills, California.
Once again, emerging media companies are blowing away the traditional film and television studios this year. Notably, Amazon is behind many of the top nominees. Speaking of movies, the force remains in balance as Star Wars continues to dominate the weekend box office. Its Rogue One, Star Wars story, took in just under $22 million. The intergalactic adventure's been unstoppable. It's predicted to top Finding Dory as the biggest box office success of 2016. After opening in a limited release, Hidden Figures glided into second place, nearly matched Star Wars' total of just under $22 million. It tells the story of a team of African-American women who provided NASA with important mathematical data needed to launch the program's first successful space missions. Rounding out the top 3, the animated film Sing took in $19.5 million. The animal musical has collected just over $213 million in its 3-week haul. Just one day away from the College Football National Championship, where Alabama and Clemson go head-to-head in a rematch of last year's title game. Coming up next in sports, both head coaches sat down with the media one last time. One of them wasn't real excited about tomorrow night. Find out who when we get back.
I'm very thankful to be here. I just tell you.
I'm just proud of this team, proud of this group, because
Let's start with a story. Alabama head coach Nick Saban and Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney were on the same dinner cruise in Florida last March. Swinney approached Saban earlier in the trip, handed him a gift certificate to his favorite restaurant. On the back was a message, "See you in Tampa next year." Now, 10 months later, they're to play to the national championship game tomorrow night. And despite the mutual respect between the two head coaches, it doesn't make Swinney like playing Saban anymore.
I'm very thankful to be here. I'll just tell you, I'm not real excited about playing Alabama tomorrow night, but I'm very, very thankful to have the opportunity to be here.
I think our team deserves to be here, and they've done a great job all year to beat a lot of good teams, to have the opportunity to get here as well. And if I was going to pick who the two best teams are, I would say the two best teams are here.
Alabama held their final full practice in shells Saturday at the practice fields of the University of South Florida. And today the team made its first trip to the game site, Raymond James Stadium, for one last walkthrough before Monday's big game. 8 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. Well, on their way to a historic 29-win season, the UTC men's basketball team finished their first week of conference play 3-1 last year before going on an 8-game winning streak. Now, thanks to their win over Furman last night, the Mocs are once again back at 3-1. And well, I don't think anybody would be surprised if they don't take off running from here. Jonathan Burroughs-Cook, Justin Toyo, and Greg Pryor all combined for 47 points last night to help Chattanooga win 80-64, as well as hand Furman its first league loss. The Mocs led for most of the game and were up by 6 points at halftime. Furman took the lead for a brief moment in the second half, but McKinday London hit one from behind the arc to spark an 11-0 run for the Mocs, and well, UTC never looked back. 80-64 that final. Mocs will now shift focus to hosting another top SoCon opponent, the Citadel, this Wednesday in McKenzie Arena.
I'm just proud of this team, proud of this group, because every single night they step on the floor, they are getting a spirited team that wants to go after them. They want to be places that this team has been. And that can be draining, and it can be emotionally draining. And these guys are handling it like absolute pros. They really are, and they're coming with the right focus and the right mindset every day. And I couldn't be prouder of them for that.
Meanwhile, the Tennessee men's basketball team came up short yesterday in their game against 24th-ranked Florida. The Vols kept it close for most of the first half and led by 1 going into the break. But the Gators flipped the script the second half and went on a 6-minute stretch in which they made 9 straight shots on their way to 83-70 win over Tennessee.
19 turnovers, you're not going to win games on the road turning the ball over 19 times. And the way we did it, some forced, some unforced, but and then obviously at the end of the game, really poor clock management. And but we'll learn from it. And but we had too many guys today that we need to count on. It didn't give us what we needed.
And wrapping up not too long ago, the Lady Vols' 6-game winning streak was snapped today as Tennessee fell to 4th-ranked Mississippi State 74-64. Diamond DeShields led all scorers with 25 points, while Mercedes Russell recorded her 10th double-double this season. The Lady Vols moved to 10-5 overall, 2-1 in conference play. They will next hit the road to take on the Ole Miss Rebels this Thursday. In the NFL, the Falcons' fate has been decided. After the Seahawks won their wild card match last night over Detroit, Seattle will now fly over to the Georgia Dome next weekend to take on Atlanta in the NFC divisional round. Now, Falcon fans no doubt remember the last time these two teams played. It was much earlier in the season when Matty Ice was really starting to heat up. Ryan threw for over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns, while Julio Jones had one of the best games of the season. But then this happened. A minute left in the game, Falcons down by 2. Matt Ryan lets one fly, and as Jones tries to go for it, there is a clear pass interference, but guess what? The flag is never thrown. Head coach Dan Quinn was not happy about that one. Falcons end up losing by just those 2 points. Again, the two teams will meet next Saturday, 4:35 kickoff in the Georgia Dome. And lastly, some big news for Chattanooga sports fans. The 2017 Chattanooga Sports Hall of Fame inductees were announced today. 20 former local athletes from our area will be inducted to the Hall of Fame February 27th at the Chattanooga Convention Center. Former Mock Gerald Wilkins, who was a guard in the NBA for 13 years, headlines the event. Also included in that list is former Tennessee linebacker Dale Jones, a longtime assistant coach at App State. And of course, there's 18 others inducted. You can find that complete list on our website at WRCBTV.com. All right, that's it for sports. One last look at your weather when we come back.
Another look at the forecast. Here's Nick.
Yeah, another cold night ahead, friends. So just bundle up. Right now it's 29 degrees. We'll be down to about 21 at midnight. Luckily, we have some clouds up there in the sky. Otherwise, it would get even colder than 18, but that's the low we're going for tonight. But it warms up this week. It's going to be balmy. 41 tomorrow, 50 Tuesday. Tuesday night and Wednesday, some rain, but we get close to 70 degrees by the end of the work week. Wow. Nice golfing weather.
I'm enjoying that. Yeah. Take all the covers off all the
That's
greens.
right.
Yeah. Fans are gearing up for the big game that happens tomorrow night, the one Jill was telling you about. Supporters of both teams, Alabama and Clemson, took part in the College Football National Championship Fan Fest this afternoon. Amateur gridiron greats had their chance to showcase skills, and many of the football-related activities there featured at the event. And they even provided a Lego replica of the national championship trophy to hold on to, take your selfie, and perhaps not drop, because they left the instructions on how to put it together back at home. We were just talking about how expensive it's going to be to get into that game.
Well, and obviously they're trying to keep up with the Super Bowl, with that fan fest, that excitement, all the events leading up to it. I love it. It's great.
There's an amazing video of them removing the old grass and putting on brand new grass. They can do that because it's Tampa, so keep an eye on the field when you watch. We'll see.